Hello and welcome to Dad Got This. We're into the tough questions like, are pork steaks the best steaks? And why don't pigs use email? That second one's easy. They don't like all the spam. I don't know if I'd say that pork steaks are the best steaks, but they're great steaks if you cook them right. And thanks to Kamado Joe, who is sponsoring this episode, we are going to find that out. We're going to do a Vietnamese-style pork steak. This is a version of a dish called Cơm Tấm. Please don't beat me up for my pronunciation, but it is a grilled pork dish you can get in all the Vietnamese restaurants. One of my favorite things in the world to eat, and we're gonna make it now on the Kamado Joe. To do that, we need to whip up a quick marinade. For this, you're gonna need a blender. It just makes everything so much easier. And you're gonna wanna try to get your hands on some of this. This is called lemongrass. This is what makes the dish as fantastic as it is. You can get them in most Asian, some Latin markets. They are really, really tasty. It's like a hard, fibrous grass, but tastes lemony. If you can't get your hands on it, throw some lemon juice in there. It won't be as good, but you'll get the idea. To use these, we're gonna wanna take off the most outer leaves, really try to get to the harder root section. That's where a lot of that oils and the good stuff and the flavors are. Normally, I would pound the crap out of it, and that's how I would use it. But we are just going to give it a bit of a chop to give it a head start in the blender. It is a tough sucker. 1 stalk of lemongrass. I grow it in my garden because we love it. 1 banana shallot, or a regular shallot, whatever kind of shallot you can get your hands on. Onion will honestly be just as good, but most of the versions, the traditional ones I see, they're using shallots. Blender. Green onions, scallions, whatever you want to call them. We're going to keep 2 of these back for garnish later in the blender. And that is it for knife work. This is fish sauce. This is not an optional ingredient. If you can't find it, make a different dish. This won't be the same. It is just this wonderful umami, salty sauce that is just amazing. This is a Filipino brand, but there are all different kinds of Asian brands. Lots of Asian cooking uses it. Get yourself some fish sauce. 1/3 of a cup. Water. High quality H2O. 1/3 of a cup. 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. 1/3 of a cup white sugar. 3 tablespoons of dad dust. This is 50% granulated garlic, 50% granulated onion, with a splash of MSG. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Not baking powder, baking soda. This will help tenderize the pork. 1 teaspoon of black pepper and 1 teaspoon of salt. And now we blend until smooth. Grab yourself a gallon zip top bag. These are some pork steaks. Basically pork shoulder cut thin into steaks. Great cut for grilling. Just dry them off a little bit. And you're going to take your marinade, pour some on there, and then I like to just kind of rub it in a little bit. This just helps make sure we kind of get everything coated a little bit first. And then we're gonna go in the bag, the rest of your marinade. Try to get as much air out as you can. Careful, they do have bones when you're doing this part, so just kind of work it in there a little bit. And that's gonna go in your fridge for at least an hour. It is way better if you do it overnight. When you're ready to grill, all you gotta do is set your Kamado up for dual zone cooking. It's really simple.
Simply bank your charcoal to one side using the charcoal divider and light it. I like to use a torch. Takes about a minute, minute and a half. I had some old charcoal in there, so I lit that first. Then I topped it off with fresh charcoal and lit that.
All right, we are white and ashed over. I got some hot coals going underneath there. I think we're gonna be good.
Now just pop in the little ring and get your grates in. Get them as close to the coals as possible.
And now we're gonna let that sit there with the top vent and the bottom vent wide open and let that come up to temp. We want screaming hot.
About 20, 25 minutes later, it was time to grill. And I'm gonna grill these directly over the hot coals. These are thin and they're gonna go fast. Watch for flare-ups, move them around pretty often, and then I spray mine with some avocado oil periodically each time I flip them. I feel like I get a little bit better crust and a little bit better grilling that way. Just keep up with this process until you get a nice crust that you are satisfied with. Mine took about 7.5 minutes to get to the perfect crust. And at that time, they were probably in the 135, 140 range. They're going to come up over 145, which is perfectly food safe after they rest. And they look beautiful. I mean, that is a nice looking crust on that pork steak.
Well, Florida it on me, and it rained like cats and dogs out of nowhere. So we got to finish this video inside, but these look fantastic. Let's go ahead and set them aside, let them rest, and whip up a quick dipping sauce. Dipping sauce is super simple. Get yourself a half a cup of warm water. You want it warm, not boiling, but warm. A quarter cup of white sugar, about 2 tablespoons or more if you like it, of fish sauce, the juice of a lime. I don't think that's the way you're supposed to use that. I think it's supposed to go the other way. That would make more sense. But it's so hard to get it in there to press. Some minced garlic. And to be authentic, you should put in a chili, but my family, other than me, does not like the heat, so we're just gonna go without that. Stir it until all your sugar is dissolved. Give it a taste. Punchy. Could use nothing. It's good. If that's not the prettiest thing I've ever seen, I don't know what is. All right, let's get a bit from this nicely charred end right here. Beautifully pink, lovely looking pork. Let's try it with just the pork, no sauce. It's amazing. It is literally one of the best things you will ever put in your mouth. When you put it in the sauce, it turns it up to like a 20. It is so good. This is probably one of the best ways you can make pork. Please hunt down some lemongrass, hunt down some fish sauce, and give this a try. You will thank me. If you'd like the recipe, the link to it will be in the description. It'll be on my website, dadgotthis.com, plus a couple other helpful links, which may be affiliate links, which may help me out if you click on them. I'd appreciate it. This is such a simple and amazing recipe. It's just perfect. It's literally perfect. Serve it with broken rice, some pickled vegetables, maybe a fried egg. Oh, so good. I may fry up an egg for dinner tonight to go with this. Yeah. Wow. Just wow. Did I say wow? Wow. If you enjoyed this video, please do the likey subscribe thing. YouTube loves it if you leave a like. I love it if you leave a comment. I answer just about every comment in my comment section. If you really want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. Members get 24-hour early access to videos, producer shout outs, credits, all kinds of fun stuff. But if you can't, please just subscribe. With all that out of the way, I guess there's only one question left to answer. What's a pig's favorite holiday? Valentine's Day. Yeah, pretty bad. Dad may tell horrible dad jokes. Make the best piece of pork you have ever eaten. But one thing Dad will never do is an outro. So that's it. Bye.
This is the part where I thank all of my members. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for your support, and rock on. I don't know why I said rock on, but rock on.